light. Our light is diminishing, that we are taking from that great 100-watt bulb that came to us in salvation, that you and I have the ability to light up this whole globe, that we have inside of our belly the true light that lighteth every man that comes into the world. And as entrepreneurs, as those that are ministers in the marketplace, those that are full of ideas and vision, we've got to be clear that this whole planet belongs to those that are full of light. So now, because we've been churched, because we've been in our kingdom spheres doing our kingdom things, it seems that we don't have what we need. We're always kind of diminishing ourselves, kind of thinking too small, not coming into the room in our full stature, not coming into the networking meeting at our full height. And God is saying that day is not the day for your future. It is not even the day of this moment. This is your time to really shine. And he is saying that that's critical because darkness is covered the earth. Darkness is over all the earth. So we have to be those that do not diminish our light. I know. When we grew up in church, when we grew up, Lord, in that Pentecostal movement, when we grew up in that thing that said children, like kingdom people are not kingdom people, they're children. Children are to be seen and not heard. They are to be seated. They are to be quiet. That was our traditional opening into the kingdom. But God said that was not so. He says when he birthed you to be a light bearer. He birthed you to be a light generator. He birthed you to be a light carrier. And you and I have responsibility to let our little light shine before men, that they would see what? His good works and glorify our Father in heaven. So his works and our works are the same. Now, when we hear that scripture, let our light so shine before men, we have to ask ourselves the question, what men? What men are we supposed to be letting this light shine before? And God said to me this morning, let your light shine before the $1 million man. Let it show and shine before the homeless man. Let it shine before the boss man. Let it shine before the man across the street, the white, the Asian, the red, the black. He said every man on the planet ought to know what good thing that you carry. You are not to keep your mouth closed, to keep your light diminished or dim, to be at a different wattage than you were designed. You see, because before Christ, you could get away with that excuse. Before Jesus came into your life, you could say, well, I don't know. You could have your doubts and your fears and your excuses. But when the King of Glory, when the light that lights every man that comes into the world chooses to be in your belly and into your body and to resonate in your temple, then you and I, beloved, are without excuse. That means that we will and cannot do it. Now, what's the key problem? What is the key problem for entrepreneurs? What is the key problem for ministers? What is the key problem for those of us who know that we have ideas, vision, solutions, answers to the problems in our spheres and our communities, ultimately to the world and to the nations? The problem is that in the back of our head, we keep hearing, you're not good enough. Who are you to speak up? Who are you to walk in the room like you are President Obama? Who are you to show up like Oprah? Who are you to show up like a movie star or a shining light or one with a full scope and a full light and a full wattage? The Lord said, you are my child. That's why. You are the one that I put the goods in. So in that text, in that little text that says, let your light so shine before every kind of man, in every kind of setting, in every kind of way, let my light so shine before these men, because these are the men that don't know me. These are the men, whether you're in a network situation, whether you're in in a fellowship situation, whether you're in some kind of ministerial association, whether you're in some artistic group, wherever you are, if you're just a mom and you're just doing your little piece and trying to be a mompreneur and you're wondering, do I have the goods? Do I have everything? This is critical, that we are not going to be stopped. We are not going to be hindered because something in the back of our head, our past, the voices of our, of our stepfather, of our foster mother, of someone who was in our zone as we were growing up saying, girl, sit your little self down. Boy, you don't know nothing. You're just like your daddy. See, all of those kinds of things stop your voice. They stop your voice and they diminish your light. They cause you to be the one, not anybody else. You hold the control panel to the light system in your temple, in your business, in your ministry, in your family. You are the one that has the pieces or have the pieces that can turn that volume up. So turn down for what? Turn down for who? Turn down why? Because the light that you have, God says, let it so shine before men that they would see your good works. Beloved, what are your good works? Maybe that's where we need to start. What are your good works? What is it that you are carrying, that you are critically clear about, that you know you have some answers, you have some giftings, you have some callings, you have some understandings that the world and the men and women and children of this world could benefit from? See, we've got to stop playing small. No more playing small. Say that. No more playing small. Next time you'll be able to chat it. But no more playing small. You've got to say that in your sphere. You got to say that. I had an opportunity to be with Lisa Nichols this past year. And that was one of the things she kept drilling. She said, oh my God, Yolanda Powell, what is this tremendous gift, this tremendous voice, this tremendous sound that you carry? She said, but when you came into the room, you're all humble, you're all quiet, nobody really, feeling you like that. Because she said, I literally saw you turn down. I literally saw you kind of do the thing like, I don't want to blow them out in here. She said, blow us out. And I take that, and I have taken that into my subconscious and into my spirit, into my brain and into my belly. Don't turn down. When you walk in the room, walk in packing. Walk in with every good and services, every product and every ability. Now, am I saying to boast? No, we're not boasting. We're being wattage. We're being open to shine. We're being carriers and showcase elements of the glory of God, of the gift of God, of the products and the ideas of God. So Paul said, no, my boast is not in me, but my boast is in the Lord. That this brilliant light is indeed a boast. It is. So I have just wanted to encourage you this morning. We will get our chat together. We will get the opportunity because I need it. I need to hear you say, yay, go for it, because I'm rooting you. We have to root each other. So we'll get that straight. We'll be back on at 12 noon today, doing what I'd like to do. Let me slow down and tell you this. What I'd like to do is inspiration in the morning at 7, but I'd like to do real high content at noon. So, on Monday we did dealing with fear at 7, and then at 12 o'clock, at high noon for our lunch scope, we went right in to dealing, with the elements of dismantling disappointment. This is very critical in life, in business, and in ministry. So that's what I'm going to do. This morning, I just wanted to deal with no more diminishing light, no more cutting that light down, no more using that volume button within yourself. Nobody else is turning you down. Nobody else is shutting you up. Nobody else is saying, don't be brilliant. Don't be awesome. Don't be wonderful. Don't be prophetic. Don't be apostolic. Don't come in the room with, and nobody is saying that but you, beloved. We are our own worst critics. So we've got to get control of this button, turn it up to a 10. Say that. I'm turning up to a 10 today. I'm turning up to a 20. I'm moving into 50. I'm going to 75. But ultimately today, I am shining at 100% wattage. I am going to let my little light shine so brilliantly in my sphere. And I got light strobes going all over here today too. But I'm going to let my little light shine all over, that men would know my God. They would know the good thing that I've been delivered from. That they would know that I am nobody's throwaway. That I am nobody's victim. That I am nobody that just kind of showed up on the planet and I was born kind of by osmosis. I have destiny. I have purpose. I have vision. All right. So that's the wattage. It's all the way up at 100. Somebody say, I'm doing 100 today. I'm doing 100. That's what we're doing. Well, I'm Yolanda Powell. I am your leadership strategist, power speak reformer, and communications coach. And I am helping you, all of you who are marketing, who are designing, who are verbalizing, whatever you're doing to get to the top of your mountain. We are here to help catapult you, to help propel you. Listen, we're going to be on in a full throttle webinar this Sunday night with Apostle Axel Sipak, and we're going to be igniting kingdom leaders, igniting leadership voice so that we can speak to our mountain, all 7 of them. Many of you are in family. Some of you are in the religious mountain. Your ministers, your apostles, your prophets, your evangelists, your pastors and teachers, but you need to get to the top of the mountain so that we can replace religion with kingdom. So you need to be on that webinar. Many of you are in government. You're doing federal government. You're in county government. You're in local government. But you need to be at the top of the mountain with answers. Some of you are really in media. You have a voice. You have a writing. You have a blog. You have an ability. You have something that really needs to be broadcast. Something that really needs to be out there. We need to get you thinking differently, operating with a different system. And then some of you are doing arts and entertainment. I just talked to a lady yesterday. So many great ideas for media, for being on the Kennedy, stage, or being, out there doing the center, doing some things. Well, we just got to get going. I'm going to stop. I have so much to say. We'll be back on at 12 noon, and I